among younger audiences. He's a famous streamer with over 75 million followers across social media platforms, and he's become a powerful voice among younger audiences. He's also been a vocal supporter of Palestine for years. He's Darren Watkins Jr., also known as I Show Speed or simply Speed. 2 years ago, he had said Free Palestine while streaming on so many occasions that people were already making compilation videos of them.
Free Palestine, man.
Where's the goat, bro?
Where you from?
Me, I'm from Palestine.
You from
Palestine?
You from Palestine?
Yeah.
Yo, hey, yo, just build up the Free Palestines in the chat. But what's going on the Palestine?
Oh my God! We slide. Hi.
Israel?
Yes.
Free the Palestine?
No. Okay. You know what?
No.
In June of 2023, Speed was also filmed telling an Israeli man Free Palestine during the UEFA Champions League final.
Where you from?
Israel.
Free Palestine, man. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
On October 8th, 2023, this video was posted of him talking about Palestine and saying he will be donating.
This is making me sick to my stomach, bro. From the bottom of my heart, bro. If you're from Palestine, this is crazy. I love y'all boys. I will be donating to y'all, okay?
And on October 12th, he replied to someone who said Free Palestine with duh, of course. He also replied Free Palestine when a Palestinian German footballer gifted him a football shirt of the Chilean team CD Palestino.
What? I didn't even know Palestine had a football club. What? Thank you, bro. Free Palestine, bro.
Speed took his activism to the next level in June of 2024 when he donated $50,000 to Palestine relief. And during Fanatics Fest in August of 2024, Speed responded this way when approached by someone who identified as a Zionist.
Zionist is someone that believes that Israel has a right to exist. So now your followers are going to kill me.
So you're a Zionist?
Period.
No, they just don't question it.
Are you not?
No.
Why not?
Why would I be a Zionist?
So if you're wondering which public figures support Palestine,
All right. What's up, guys? Man, it's been a minute. I ain't gonna lie. It's been a minute. Holy shit. Man, y'all just, I've been tired, man. I've been tired. Trying to do stuff. Just getting stuff together and stuff. Busy guy. I'm not chronically online like that, so. Oh my God. So yeah, what's up, guys? Welcome to an episode of the Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and the Good Faith Show is on the ATPN. You can catch us on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, and now Kick. We also on Kick as well. So if you watching on other platform and you interested in watching it on Kick as well, like, hey, we there, man. We everywhere, except for Rock Fair for some reason. so yeah, man. Wow, man. The younger generation, man, will be alright. The kids will be alright, man. Not only I Show Speed now talking about Palestine, he been talking about Palestine before October 7th. Like the kids, man, telling you, man, these kids are right on top of it, man. They are better than I was at their age. When I was at their age, man, I was just not caring about certain things like I should have been. I think, I criticize the internet a lot, but I think these young kids are actually using the internet and actually applying it, for change. You know what I mean? Like the TikTokers, the young TikTokers, man, they using that to talk about what's going on in Gaza and stuff like that. Like I think TikTok is probably one of the main reasons why more people, I hate to use this word, woke on what's going on, and that's why Israel has a low approval rating among Americans, which the news media is not talking about the right and wrong reasons. But hey, what can I say? I didn't even know he. Now I knew he talked about, He said Free Palestine, recently, over the last year, but I didn't know that even before October 7th. Like, so obviously he understood what was going on, and then he had a Zionist on his stream, and like he said, "Free Palestine," and they said, "No, those Zionists, man." Oh boy, the kids be alright, man. Shout out to our show Speed, man. You know, I watch his content a little bit, but but nah, hell, anybody, any high figure that supports Palestine, man, hey, I need to support you. Like Macklemore, like I started listening to his music more. I heard of him before, but I wasn't, into him like I am now. Like and Kalani and other people, they're, actually, to be honest with you, risking their careers, man. Like, hey, how the music industry in Hollywood is. they, man, you talk about anything, it's not the establishment talking points. They're doing anything to counsel you. So, but I'm glad that they're still relevant. I'm glad that they still get support, even though they're talking about what's going on in Gaza and Palestine and stuff like that. So yeah, I said a lot right there. But I have some shameless plugs. Haven't done this in a while, so I might be a little flaky and flimsy. I can't believe somebody call me that, but I ain't gonna get into all that. That's private business. But we on Twitter, the ATP Network. Follow us on Twitter /X. Handle for that is at ATP Network 247. Like the video. When you like the video, it ensures that our videos get pushed out in the algorithm. And also too, go to gospelfunds.com where you can help out Palestinians any type of way. Like if you ain't got no money to donate, you can always share it. Like I know some of you guys online have a good bit of following on social media, so it don't take no more than about 2 minutes, a minute. Ain't even 2 minutes, like a minute, 30 seconds to share a goddamn link. So yeah, gospelfunds.com. So yeah, man, I got this other video. I got a few clips. So I'm gonna be here doing clips for a minute. Here's the next clip that I wanted to show you guys.
Okay, they're closing Job Corps because they want young adults who don't come from money to either join the military, go into crime so that they can go into prison where they can be worked for free under the 13th Amendment, or if neither of those, be so desperate that they take terrible jobs with terrible wages and no worker protections and have a massive fear of organizing.
If y'all don't know what's going on, Donald Trump is planning to cut Job Corps. To be honest with you, I really didn't know what Job Corps was. I heard of it before, but I never didn't. I guess because I never used it, so I wasn't informed about it. But apparently, it's like it helps you get a job. It helps you. I guess it's supposed to help you make a decent living or some shit. And I said this on Twitter, /X. I said, excuse me, guys. I said maybe the reason why they're trying to cut Job Corps is because they want people to join the military. Which, if you don't know, military recruitment is down because, again, like I said, the kids will be alright. Like these kids know what's going on. They know that they want these kids to join the military for imperialistic reasons. Come on. Let's just keep it 100. Like really, bro. A lot of these soldiers and a lot of these veterans say they be guarding oil fields, bro. Like, is that for freedom? Like, people still say that crap, but it's not really their fault. Why they say, hey man, I joined the military because I care about freedoms. I fight for my country. You're not fighting for your country. I hate to tell you that. You're guarding oil fields, bro. Like my uncle said, in Vietnam, like they were told to murk women and children. Like I said that on Twitter as well. Like that's what he told me. He said then he was religious. He said he'd go into hell for that. Because they told him to commit genocide basically. and also give them drugs or something like that. So yeah, so it kind of do make sense what he said. But let me continue.
Like, I don't really see what else the option could be, because Job Corps is not a huge drain on the U.S. budget. It's like a drop inside of a drop inside of a drop inside of the bucket. You know, it's
Well, if it's for like waste, fraud, and abuse, as they say, hey, we just cutting out the waste, fraud, and abuse. But again, like you giving billionaires government contracts. I mean, Job Corps is supposed to be a government program, just like Medicaid, just like food stamps or SNAP. Like those are supposed to be government programs. That's not waste, fraud, and abuse. Social Security, even. But hey, the MIC, government contracts to billionaires that don't need them. Hey, that's not waste, fraud, and abuse.
tiny, and it's about as much of a net good of a social program as you can imagine. Job Corps' number one function is to ensure that people who come from certain zip codes and from households with a certain income don't end up on government benefits later. It's like how the number is something like, for every dollar that we spend with the IRS, we get like $6 back. Like, I would be surprised if Job Corps is not similar in terms of the ROI. This is done for nothing more than cruelty and ripping the rug out from underneath hard-working kids.
Yep, I agree. That, and I also want you to join the military. Hey, you want to do something? Either work a poverty job that, be a slave to the corporate masters, or join the military and guard our oil fields. Like that's what they want you to do. Oh man, that's what they want you to do. So yeah, that's that. The next video, shout out to Kim Brown. She always say cops ain't shit. I'm pretty sure everybody and their mama seen this video. I mean, it ain't nothing new. I'm always late to the party. I seen this too myself, but I saw this on when I was scrolling on Instagram, and hey, I'm sharing with you guys. So
to the count of three, sir. I'm not touching this officer. It's on camera. My hand is by my hand.
See, this is why you always record the police. Every police interaction. Turn your cell phone camera on, record the motherfuckers. I to be honest with you, I really don't know what happened. Like, I'm pretty sure this guy got a big payout for this, because not only his rights was trampled, he didn't do nothing. Like, you one thing too, you always see that. You see that cop that's in his face, all up in his face, just so fucking diabolical, man. The guy's not doing nothing wrong. Like, I'm pretty sure what's going on is over bullshit. They just keep it 100. But I'll continue.
I have just been threatened by a law officer as two other officers stand by and say absolutely nothing. Willing to participate. My passenger door was open. My driver door was open. I have it on camera. He rolled my window down to do so. This is all on camera. I am not resisting.
And one more thing too about the pro police crowd too. Police supposed to be fighting crime, which they don't, but they are too busy harassing this man which is probably minding his own business. Probably didn't do nothing because he's driving while black, right? I mean, that's the thing. Like, or I hate to say this, but he probably was on the wrong side of town. I guess like, yeah, that's a thing too in America. Like, I experienced that myself, me and my homeboy, but
I'm making sure it is being known. I am not resisting. Okay. My hands are up. One hand on this camera. Well, come on. My seatbelt is being arrested. As long as your hands are up, that's fine. I'm not resisting. As long as your hands are up. I was unlawfully. Okay, come on. Sir, please do not touch me, sir. Keep your phone out. Sir, please do not touch me.
Now this cop is about to lose his shit, because these pigs they're just trigger happy motherfuckers, man. Oh god, like, they're just trigger happy. I mean, the guy, look how calm the guy is. Like, he's not yelling at them. He just his rights are being violated. Obviously, boy, I hate watching shit like this because it just make me want to say things I can't say because I'm on YouTube. If I'm pretty sure I'm on Rumble, obviously, because I'm pretty sure Twitch and Kick have, guidelines too. I might start making videos, man, like this, just saying cops ain't shit. Fuck,
That's where we're coming to a disagreement.
It's not about
I'm giving you to the count of three. You don't.
Now, was that necessary? Was that what the fuck was that? He said, why you had to yell in the man's face for? The man ain't doing nothing wrong. You the one probably open up his door without violating you the one violating his rights. But he giving him a count of three. One thing too about cops, they hate being recorded, man. Like, but it's about to get worse.
Sir,
do it.
I'm not touching this officer. It's on camera. My hand is by my head.
Step out of the car right
I'm
now.
being threatened.
Now you're under arrest. Now you're under arrest for disobeying the law.
Under arrest for what? He said disobeying. What? Disobeying? That's not a charge. Yeah, you come up with shit. Oh, now you under arrest for disobeying authority. Basically.
I'm giving you to the count of three.
This officer has threatened me, and I'm
One,
making it known I am no threat to this
two,
officer. I've been threatened.
Watch the show.
My life is in danger.
Look at that, man. That right there. But remember Joe Biden said, "No, we don't want to defund them. We want to fund the police." You remember that? And Trump too. Like, oh yeah, Trump loves the police too. I mean, look at ICE is basically like this. I mean, you just randomly pick up and arrest immigrants, or people, American citizens too, which is scary. Like, look how he grabbed him by his neck, bro. Just look at that shit, bro. Look at that. And the captain said, unlawful arrest on camera, no resistance, still arrested. Now, I bet, pretty sure this officer right here, I'm pretty sure that he was on administrative leave or whatever the fuck they call it. And I'm pretty sure he's in another town, primarily probably a smaller town, doing the same shit, getting away with it. It's just one of these moments where this guy, fortunately, had it on camera. And and this cop was choking this guy for no reason, man.
My life is ridiculous.
So that's it. So that's that. I'm just, man, it's like even stories like this, man. It's like it happens so much. People are just grown numb to it, and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man. I like, this is why we need to defund the police. This is why people say defund the police, which as my other comrades say, they are more smarter than me. Defund on the road to abolition. Like, that's why Nick and Zoya too, had 10 demands for justice. I need to pull that up. I don't think the website it don't exist no more, but I need to find it and pull it up. Like this is gonna continue, guys. This is not gonna stop. As a black man, I worry every day. I worry about this happening to me. Like, um, you know, driving while black, guys. I'm telling you. Oh, it's a scary thing. So, all right, y'all. So, what are we gonna talk about today, man? Oh my God. Blackrock sues United Healthcare. Trump sells out to AI. MIT student barred for graduation, and Elon and Trump feud. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh man. Elon is so petty. Oh man. So yeah, if you're just not coming in, be sure to like the video, man. Y'all don't know how important it is to like the video. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. And so, all right, guys. Without further ado, let's get to it. All right, guys. So, So let's talk about Elon Musk. Oh my God, bro! I'm telling y'all, man. Man, this guy here, man. This guy is full of shit. Obviously he's full of shit. But yeah. But anyway, this is from what a week and a half ago. Basically, he got interviewed by CBS talking about his work at Doge and all that stuff. And we obviously reason know why Elon left, because his companies were, well, Tesla, the main reason was basically um, um exploding. So yeah, and then your own sycophants that you have in your cabinet told you, hey bro, hey man, you better step down because step down because you fucking up our money. Yeah, man, them shareholders, boy, they don't give a fuck. All they want is money. They don't fucking care about nobody but themselves. So anyway, let me get to the video.
Truly needs no introduction. Elon Musk. He's talking with David Pogue.
He is a truly incredible guy, and I don't say that often.
In the beginning, Donald Trump and Elon Musk got along.
Why is he jumping like that? Man, taking more than crimatine, whatever that stuff is. Caramine. He taking something more than that. Like, obviously, that's images of Elon Musk literally high out of his ass. His eyes, he's looking all over the place like this. Oh my God, bro. But this is about to get good, man. I'm gonna let it play.
Great.
Take over, Elon. Just take over.
Musk spent $288 million to elect Trump and his allies.
And they've also got to address the deficit. So
Trump invited Musk into the Oval Office and cabinet meetings. Musk called himself First Buddy.
You got to give him credit.
Trump welcomed Musk's idea to create a Department of Government Efficiency.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
In 4 months, Doge took the chainsaw to every federal department. 250,000 workers were fired or bought out. Musk even slapped.
So Elon ruined 250,000 people's lives. Think about that, guys. Elon slashed 250,000 government jobs, bro. That's 250,000 people now without work, or someone probably find work, but it probably doesn't pay the same amount he did. Like, oh fuck, fuck they got bills, fuck they got a family, fuck that, So stuff always leads to a chain reaction. Like, you lose your job, most likely you get unemployment, or some interest got bought out, which that money is not gonna last because everything's so expensive. And also too, on top of Trump's tariffs, things are going to be really expensive. So yeah, waste, fraud, and abuse, a part of Doge is basically people losing their jobs. I mean, the only waste, fraud, and abuse, guys, is obviously a motherfucker getting $8 million a day in federal contracts. Like, that's waste, fraud, and abuse. And also, the Pentagon can't account for the money they wasted. Like, think about it, man. How in the hell you fail an audit like 8 to 9 times, bro? Like, how is that possible? Like, how does that shit get swept under the rug because corruption is on a layered basis? Like, but let me continue, man. And this right here says send Elon to Mars. How about all of these billionaires to Mars without any just send them to Mars? Hey, I'd be happy to get rid of these people. I ain't gonna lie to you. Let me continue, man.
Slashed grants and staffing at environmental agencies like the EPA and NOAA after decades of warning about the risks of climate change. But Musk did not enjoy the pushback.
We received several 911.
And then also too, crazy thing is, speaking of Noah, remember those tornadoes that happened in Kentucky, in Missouri, I think? Yeah, Missouri and Kentucky. When you cut on the National Weather Service, people won't get the advanced warnings they need to protect themselves. So that's why you have 30 people that got killed in these storms in Tornado Alley, where probably these people would have taken shelter. Like they'll probably still be with us today, but hey, that's way far abuse. The Weather Service, hey, a tornado is in your town. Maybe that's what I need to know so I can take the precautions, or since as they say in the tropics that it will be more hurricanes because of climate change. Like you cut them too, like so we won't get the accurate coverage of these storms like we supposed to. So I mean, more people will die this summer because of as Mike Doge. That's really how you supposed to say it, but I prefer Doge. Mike, he's proper, but if you don't know who Mike is, left independent.
911 calls about a fire.
There were acts of violence, death threats, lawsuits, mandatory rehirings, shouting matches with cabinet members. Tesla profits plummeted by 71%.
Number one, it's a great product.
And Musk's net worth dropped by $100 billion.
No, that's beautiful.
Last month, Musk finally left Washington, but still intended to work on Doge a day or two a week. And this past Tuesday, he offered us an interview at SpaceX's enormous headquarters at the southern tip of Texas. We knew we were in the right neighborhood when we saw this huge bust of Musk installed.
Look at this shit, man. Man, look at this shit. Look at this bullshit right here on your screen, bro. See, these billionaires think they're gods, man. Like they got pride complex, like, oh, because I'm so mega rich and I own everything, in this small town that I took over. I've been put a big old ugly ass picture of me, ugly ass statue of me up, like I'm some kind of god. The saddest thing about Americans too, this is one thing I hate, like the celebrity worship of these motherfuckers, man. Like Elon unfortunately got some fucking fans, and he got a fan base. I mean, if you still like this guy now, you just fucked up as him. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, you just fucked up as him. I'm pretty sure they go to the statue and they worship it, man. Like, bro, like, bro, why, like, wow. Oh God, God King shit.
By his admirers and vandalized by his critics. But the interview didn't get off to a smooth start.
Notice that all of your businesses involve a lot of components, a lot of parts. Do the tariffs and the trade wars affect any of this?
Tariffs always affect things a little.
Wondering what your thought is on the ban on foreign students, the proposal. I mean, you were one of those kids, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think we want to stick to, the subject of the day.
That motherfucker look high as fuck. He look high as hell. Like he can't even look straight. Like he just all over the place. Oh my God, bro.
Which is like spaceships, as opposed to, presidential policy.
Oh, okay. I was told anything's good, but...
No.
But Musk was willing to talk about the Doge firestorm.
You've spoken about how much of a grind and a stress it was on you. And, Tesla's reputation took a hit. Your reputation took a hit. People are very upset about sort of security in national parks and air traffic and food safety and cancer research, Alzheimer's research. Now that you've had a chance to look at it, might there have been a different approach?
Yeah, I think what was starting to happen was that, it's a bit unfair because, Doge became the whooping boy for everything. So if there was some cut, real or imagined, everyone would blame Doge. I've had people think that,
Bro, you cut cancer research, you You idiot. You cut cancer research. Um, you slash Social Security offices by 50%. You idiot. So that means that if you have two Social Security offices in your city, you may have it'll be if you need help, with you have a payment issue or some shit. So I mean you have to go to one and stay in line longer. So like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about, you idiot? You did a whole lot of other shit. You fired 250,000 workers, bro. Like, then you fired the people that's oversight our nuclear shit, which we don't need nuclear shit, but it's a significant position, and then y'all had to call them back. It shows you, man. It's just stupid as man.
Somehow Doge is going to stop them from getting their Social Security check, which is completely untrue.
Well, I guess I was just thinking about the.
That's a lie. That's a lie, bro. Because somebody died, I think. I forgot what the exact story is. You guys took their Social Security check away. I think somebody's husband died or some shit. Something like that. No, not that. Somebody that was, I forgot this story, but yeah, y'all definitely fucked with Social Security, bro. And then you also made it to, your platform, X. Use this. Oh god,
man. Move fast and break things, before you really understand what the agency does.
Yeah, I mean, I guess part of it is depends on where you're coming from. So, I'm like a proponent of smaller government, not bigger government. So now if somebody's a proponent of, more government programs and bigger government, and they see, hey, Doja's cutting all these government programs, then they'll be fundamentally opposed to that because they just think the government should do more things. That's just a fundamental, I guess, ideological opinion. But my frank opinion of the government is that like the government is just like the DMV that got big. Okay, so when you say like let's have the government do something, you should think, do you want the DMV to do it?
And then Musk started talking about the Trump administration. I hadn't even asked him about Trump.
And it's not like I agree with everything the administration does. So it's like I agree with much of what the administration does, but we have differences of opinion. The things that I don't entirely agree with. But it's difficult for me to bring that up in an interview because then it creates a bone of contention. So then I'm a little stuck in a bind where I'm like,
oh boy, bone of contention. Yeah, like the shit you just said today. Like I pulled this shit up on X. Yeah. Oh, bone of contention, my ass.
well, I don't want to, speak out against the administration, but I don't want to. I also don't want to take responsibility for everything the administration is doing.
In Washington, federal workers say that Doge has left the government's operation.
Oh yeah, it also he cut U.S. aid, which probably thousands of people would die because they won't get the vaccines and stuff that helps people overseas and feed people overseas. But that's waste, fraud, and abuse. U.S. aid, that's definitely waste, fraud, and abuse according to this wacko.
In disarray. And worst of all, it might have all been for nothing. Musk claims to have saved the government $175 billion so far, nowhere close to his original target, or even his revised target. And that was before the president's new spending bill passed the House. According to the Congressional Budget Office, it will add $3.8 trillion to our debt over the next 10 years. It's now being debated in the Senate.
Oh, man. So, yeah, I thought, so much waste, fraud, and abuse, right? $1.75 billion. And the little shit that he cut was not even waste, fraud, and abuse. Think about that. And look at Trump's big beautiful bill. 3.8 trillion over 10 years. Because, you know, what they always talk about, man. Oh, the deficit. We gotta cut the deficit, right? Oh, we spend too much money, you know. Oh, my God. I can't, man. And if you understood a little bit of how the deficit and the debt works, you'll say, like, this is total horseshit. It is, man. Total fucking horseshit.
So, you know, I was like disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly, which increases the budget deficit, not doesn't decrease it, and undermines the work that the Doge team is doing.
I actually thought that when this big, beautiful bill came along. I mean, like, everything he's done on Doge gets wiped out in the first year.
I think a bill can be big or it can be beautiful, but I don't know if it can be both. My personal opinion.
And here's where the story gets a little complicated. Right after our interview, CBS News posted a clip of it to promote this very report. It was that part where Musk criticizes Trump's spending bill, and his remarks became news. It went all the way up to the White House.
Mr. President, Elon Musk in a television interview criticized the one big, beautiful bill.
Within 24 hours, Musk announced that his time in the Trump administration was officially over. Out of Doge, out of government. He said that the reason was that his limited 130-day stint as advisor was ending. But until that moment, he'd been saying that he still intended to work on Doge part-time.
Doge is going to continue, just it's as a way of life.
Man, you got kicked out because you're a piece of shit, man. I heard that the people in the Trump administration don't even like you, bro. Like, that's why you got kicked out. I think he's bitter because of that, and also, you know, other stuff too as well. I can give it to you.
And I will have some participation in that, but as I've said publicly, my focus has to be on the companies at this point.
Truth is, the Trump-Musk relationship had already seemed to be cooling. Trump used to post about Musk about 6 times a week, but by April, he'd stopped mentioning Musk altogether.
Today it's about a man named Elon.
Still, on Friday, they held a media event at the White House to confirm their mutual admiration and to leave the door open for future collaboration.
And Elon's really not leaving. He's going to be back and forth, I think. I have a feeling.
The Doge team is doing an incredible job. They're going to continue doing an incredible job, and I'll continue to be visiting here and be a friend and advisor to the president.
Musk might be the first to admit that his Doge experiment.
So yeah, man, that's that. I'm gonna end it there, cause shit. Yeah, man. So basically, he got kicked out. He got kicked out. So yeah. Man. Y'all think that's bad, man. Y'all think, okay, you know, hey, he just, well, you know, focus on his job and stuff. You know, there are a lot of people that really like ain't tuned into this shit, but you know, a lot of people is. So so I'm gonna pull up this other article from the New York Times. Let me pull it up. Give me a sec, guys, because I hate paywalls and these people love paywalls. Like, wow, man. This shit is crazy, bro. Like, this is a week after all this shit happened. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me see. Paywall, yeah. I hate paywalls, man. I'm not paying for New York Times. Never in my life. So this is today, after recording of this. It says, Musk and Trump alliances crumble amid public threats and insults, man. Oh my God, bro. And the only reason why is because Elon said he hate all of the spending, you know, the deficit, you know. It undermines, what Elon Musk said, it undermines what Doge has done. Wow, it undermines $175 billion in waste, fraud, and abuse that you and a couple of other fiends found it. Okay. It says, let me see. Let me see. Give me a sec, guys. Live updates. Oh yeah, right here. It says, I'm just reading it. It says, talking to their respective social media platforms. Trump threatened to cut Musk government contracts, while Musk said Trump will not have won in November without him. I mean, which is true, because somebody give you almost $300 million in campaign money, which, let's be real, like a lot of this shit, a lot of that money did not go to his campaign. A lot of people believe that Elon accelerated his meme coin, which I talked about on this platform as well. Oh man, this shit is crazy. Like, man, Trump, man. Like, y'all know Trump is petty as fuck, man. Trump said, man, I really actually hope Trump cut his contracts, like federal contracts. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. I don't like Trump. I hate all these motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you, but um, but I would say this, like, that'd probably be one of the, probably one of the good things that Trump done. I mean, the only good thing Trump has done. I ain't gonna lie, like, I mean, this guy gets $8 million a day in federal contracts. Like, come on, like, that's a fucking problem. It's a problem. Oh man, but Meals on Wheels, that's waste, fraud, and abuse. People need to eat, like, or heating assistance, because it's gonna get cold again, and then, like, y'all remember every winter we get like these Arctic blasts that come through the United States. A few of them per winter. Like, you need heat, but yeah. Let me just read through this, because the way they got like an update. It says yeah, well, I guess because it's archived, they won't let me click on it. It says the unlikely alliance between Trump and Musk breaks down in a rapid and public fashion. It's always the most unlikely alliances. Last year, um, two mercurial billionaires formed a partnership and vowed to drive the country to a new direction. Donald Trump had the political power. Elon had the money and social media. I'm like, yeah, but how's that working now? It says Trump and Musk fight, and the internet pulls out the popcorn. Damn, I need some popcorn right now. Then let me continue. It was a messy divorce, and the internet was watching from the sidelines. So of course the memes were out full force. The relationship between President Trump and Musk unraveled publicity on yeah publicly on Thursday. Bystanders flooded social media with memes comparing them to main figures of some most legendary feuds, including the teenage fermities of Mean Girls and the rappers Drake and Kendrick Lamar. Oh God. So so yeah, man. Yeah. So they're fighting. Oh man, but y'all think I'm done? Like, I'm not even done yet. Oh boy. Now I'll pull up some of these bookmarks I got. Like, this shit is wild, man. Like, every day this shit gets more and more crazy about a fucking day. So um, I'm gonna share my screen here. Let's go to X, Elon's platform. Oh man, like, Elon is online too goddamn much, bro. Like, this motherfucker tweet all day long, but he said he worked 20. What did they say? He worked 24 hours a day or some shit. Yeah, tweeting all goddamn day. That's not work. You know, like, it's not work, right? Oh man, I got a slew of these motherfuckers, man. Elon says right here, he says, false, this bill has never shown to me even once and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. So this tweet right here says, it says, Trump, I'm very disappointed, Elon. I helped him out. I helped him a lot. He knew the inner workings of the bill better than anybody else sitting here. He has no problem with it. All of a sudden, he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to cut the EV mandate. Oh, yeah, too. Somebody just said that. I watched a YouTube video. Somebody said that another reason why he's mad about it is because there's supposed to be some EV credits in the bill, and Trump took those out. So, yeah, that kind of makes sense when your Tesla sales are plummeting because you're a toxic piece of shit, Elon, and you're desperate. So you're desperate for any kind of, oh god. But I'm gonna watch this. Just 20 something.
But if they picked him, I would have won Pennsylvania. I won it by a lot. But I'm very disappointed because Elon knew the inner workings of this bill better than almost anybody sitting here, better than you people. He knew everything about it. He had no problem with it. All of a sudden he had a problem, and he only developed the problem when he found out that we're going to have to cut the EV mandate because that's billions and billions of dollars, and it really is unfair. We want to have cars of all types, electric. We want to have
billions and billions of. I like this motherfucker right here. Hell, boy. Billions and billions of dollars. Oh god, yeah, that's why he
electric, but we want to have a gasoline combustion. We want to have different. We want to have hybrids. We want to have all. We want to be able to sell everything.
Man, this man don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Gasoline combustion. What the fuck? He mean combustion engines, like yeah, internal combustion engine. That's what he was trying to say. Oh god. Trump takes everything, make it so funny. Like gasoline, combustion, electric, diesel, propane. Propane too, yeah, why not? You know. Oh god.
And when that was cut, and Congress wanted to cut it, it became a little bit different, and I can understand that. But he knew every aspect of this bill. He knew it better than almost anybody, and he never had a problem until right after he left. And if you saw the statements he made about me, which I'm sure you can get very easily, it's very fresh on tape. He said the most beautiful things about me. And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Mr. President, I just want to clarify, did he raise any of these concerns with you privately before he raised them publicly? And this is the guy...
Okay, so that's that. Yeah. Oh man, this shit gets crazy and crazier. Hold on, man. I ain't done yet. Right here, this from Autism Capital, okay. It says Trump fired back at Elon. The online battle begins. It says Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted. That he knew for months I was going to do, and he just went crazy. Yeah, I think this. Yeah, yeah, I think that's true. Partially true. Elon said such an obvious lie, so sad. Oh god. Then he got what you calling it right there. Then this right here. He says the Trump tariffs will cause a recession second half of this year. Somebody said, so I can finally say that Trump tariffs are super stupid. Super stupid. Oh my god, bro. This person right here is an Elon sycophant. They don't know how to put words together right correctly. You know. My god, bro. Oh my god. What a super stupid. Oh God. Oh man. Let me continue, man. This tweet right here. It says, in the light of the president's statement, about cancellation of my government contracts, SpaceX will begin decommissioning its Dragon spacecraft immediately. Oh. Um, Let me see. Yeah, this was Trump. Easiest way to save money in our budget, billions of dollars, is to terminate Elon's governmental subsidies and contracts. I was always surprised that Biden didn't do it. Yeah. I mean, oh God. Yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe Elon had some pockets in Biden's coffins too. Coffins, get it? But yeah. Then Elon said, he said, in the light of, oh yeah, I read that. So, oh God, and then his rockets fall out of the sky too. I mean, like, bro, you had like what, 6 rockets fall to the ground? Like, oh God, this is like, we giving this guy $8 million a day just for his SpaceX rockets to fall out of the fucking sky. Think about that shit. But let's cut let's cut Medicaid and Medicare. Yeah, let's cut Social Security, Meals on Wheels, cancer research, USAID, which helps the whole world. That's part of USAID. Oh, we so fucking cooked. But hey, the bright side is Elon government contracts might get cut, but I don't think he go there. I think Trump just petty. Trump a petty motherfucker. That's just boiling out. He's a petty motherfucker. Trump says shit like this. Um, you know, but let me. I think I got another one. Yeah. Oh boy, this is a big one here, man. Oh. Boy. Damn. Why every time I fall asleep, wake up, man, this shit like this pops up on your notification, and you're like, holy shit. Oh, this tweet almost got 1 million likes, bro. Holy shit. Oh my God. Oh man. Oh my God. Somebody said, Elon says it's time to drop the really big bomb. Like, damn. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That is the real reason why they have not been made public. Have a nice day, Donald Trump. Or as Donald John Trump. Damn, man. Man, use his whole name. Oh God. Oh God. He said, mark this post for the future. The truth will come out. Oh God, like, I mean, like, really, to be honest with you, like, we been know that Trump and Epstein were friends. Like, we been to know that. Like, we kind of knew, but yeah, I mean, it's not really a big surprise to me. But when it's coming out of the horse's mouth, like, was he in the same picture with? Damn, I forgot that woman's name. Holy shit. My brain is just cooked today. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And Nita Turner. What she say? She said, question, how long have you known this information and why did you continue to work for him if this is true? You're saying this now because you're upset? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he's upset because, he got kicked out. Number 2, you know, his EV credits got taken out of the bill. And number 3, hey, 2 petty motherfuckers going at it, man. Like, this is pure cinema. So yeah. So yeah. So yeah, man. Elon and Trump, boy, going at it, boy. Woo wee. I'm here for it, man. I ain't gonna lie. You know. No, I'm gonna say this. Then I'm gonna move on to my next story because, okay, holy shit, I can't believe I spent almost an hour on this shit. Like, can Elon put all of him, Trump, all these other pieces of shit in his rocket, SpaceX rocket, and all of them go out of space. Elon too, like all of them go out of space, go to Mars, yeah, and just land there on. That's all I have to say. Just land in Mars, live a happy life, and us, then I guess we'll have more peace and tranquility, all of being there. So go to Mars. I agree with that. All right, guys, on to the next story. All right, guys. Oh man, yeah, you thought that Elon Trump feud was fucking nuts. Check this out, man. We're cooked, bro. So many people's lives is about to get tarnished, man. Unfortunately, because how in the fuck you don't know that it's not hurricane season and you're supposed to be the head of FEMA? How is that? I know how that's possible. Still, what happens when you put people that don't know what the hell they doing in positions that they shouldn't run or shouldn't be ahead of? That's like putting me in charge of a salon and I don't know nothing about hair. Like, that's literally the same thing. And this is from CBS News, man. It says the acting head of FEMA said he wasn't aware U.S. had a hurricane season. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. And then this is the year where the tropics have already been ramped up. Like it's already been like chances of development in the Atlantic. Oh my God, bro. Bro, United States is like, we going back to the Gilded Ages, man. Holy shit, we supposed to go forward. Like things are supposed to be better, but we're going backwards in time, bro. Oh my God. You didn't know that was a hurricane season? Oh Lord. I might as well play this video. They always have a video with this shit. So, oh boy.
2025 hurricane season is officially here, and it comes as many communities are still recovering from storms from last year. Senior weather correspondent Rob Marciano joins us now from Captiva Island down in Florida. Good morning to you, Rob. I know that you're in an area that includes people who are still recovering from what happened in 2024. What are you hearing from them on how ready they are for more?
Well, it's been a slow go, and it's been frustrating, all sorts of issues, supply issues, contractors, insurance, that kind of stuff. And so we came to a spot that got hit by,
Now, it's been not even a year, almost a whole year since the last hurricane that hit Florida. I think, the one that was in the Gulf. And usually hurricanes always come from the east. But this one came from the west, unusually, and it was a category 5, and it was the most strongest category 5 recorded. And people are still struggling. Like shit is still destroyed. Like and this was under the Biden administration. Like when people say that Democrats are better, things would be better on Harris. If Kamala Harris was still president, like people would still not have their stuff built. Like this under Trump, so this is no surprise. Like, and then Trump said himself he wanted to cut people as well. So yeah, this is fucked up. And then so your property is still damaged, and then you gotta now prepare for another hurricane season that's supposed to be even worse than last year. Wow.
by one, but 3 hurricanes, 2 of which were major hurricanes, Helene and then Milton, and we're on the southwest coast of Florida.
Hurricane Milton. Yeah, Milton was the one that came from the Gulf and went through Tampa. Yeah, damn, I forgot the name of those storms. Holy shit! And Helene was the one that went up as real, and they damaged there. Like it's unusual for a hurricane to go that far inland. So yeah. Sorry about that pause, guys.
By the Gulf, which is already very toasty. I want to show you a spot here in Captiva Island. If you've ever been here, you probably know this place or what. used to be this place. This is the Mucky Duck. It's a beloved beach bar here. It's been around for 50 years, staple of the community. They're just now starting to rebuild, but the owners are telling us, if they're lucky, they'll get it back up and running this fall. And that's not the only small business that's having to deal with the impacts of last year's hurricane, and now we're already into this year's.
They said to get that restaurant back up to fall, and how long has it been since the last hurricane last year? So, God forbid if another hurricane hits that area again, which might do damage to the built places being rebuilt. I hate to say this, but I don't think that little restaurant will be open back up anytime soon, bro. That's unfortunate. It's unfortunate.
Season, Aaron.
And so what can, the folks who own Lucky, the bar there, and other people in the area expect from this season?
Well, all the experts are saying it's going to be another above average season. We don't have an El Nino or La Nina, but we've got water temperatures that are well above average. They're already in the lower 80s. That's 2 to 3 degrees warmer than where they should be for this time of year. So climate change will play a role as well. We could see last year we saw 19 storms, 11 hurricanes. This year the forecast is to go maybe up to 10 hurricanes like we had last year. And as far as named storms, could see as many as 18 or 19 again, and about 4 or 5 major hurricanes. Of course, the question is, will one of those hit the coastline? That's what brings the impacts, and there's going to be at least a couple of those. There's something else that impacts hurricanes, and that's Saharan dust off the Sahara Desert in Africa. Sometimes we get plumes of dust that roll across the Atlantic. We've got one right now, and it's a pretty big one, and it's over Puerto Rico. Actually, air quality issues are poor there. It'll probably come over South Florida as well over the next couple of days. So it brings its own issues. But the good news with the dust, it does knock down hurricane activity. So at least right now, there are no hurricanes brewing in the Atlantic, but we've got a 6-month season ahead of us to deal with, and these folks are certainly anxious about that.
Yeah.
So basically, the Sahara dust could basically keep catastrophic shit happening. But yeah, man. So yeah, that's that. Let me get to the main article here. It says the staff of FEMA were confused and dispirited on Monday after the acting head of the agency during a daily briefing that he had not been aware that the country has a hurricane season, according to 3 sources familiar with the meeting. The remark was made by David Robson at the conclusion of an 8:30 a.m. daily operational briefing, typically attended by hundreds of FEMA staffers. Interagency Reuters were first to report the comment. FEMA, a former Marines Corps officer, has led FEMA since early May. It was not clear to staff whether he meant it literally or as a joke. No, that wasn't a joke. No, you don't joke about shit like that, bro. Hurricane season, like, you're supposed to be, like, at FEMA, it's a significant agency. Like, you're supposed to make sure that people recover quickly from hurricanes and tornadoes and floods and stuff like that. But his current and former employees who spoke to CBS News said that the comment flustered many who genuinely believe Richardson was truly surprised to learn that hurricane season had started. Others said that any joke made by the leader about the upcoming season was delivered in poor taste, offending agency staff already suffering from low morale amid a flurry of resignations, firings, leadership overhauls, and polygraph tests distributed to staffers. Like, first of all, why the fuck you need a polygraph test to get a job in FEMA? Like, oh, Jesus. We're so fucked, man. The Department of Homeland Security spokesperson later suggested that the comment wasn't serious. Oh, it was serious. Like, the guy that's the head of FEMA is an idiot. It's just the way it is. Oh, I didn't know it was a hurricane season. I didn't know. The crazy thing is, he was part of the Marine Corps. Like, that's a significant part of the military. Like, you should know hurricane season exists. Like, don't the Marine Corps engineer, like in New Orleans, for example, the dams and stuff, the levees and shit, like, that's the Marine Corps. Make sure that, keep New Orleans from being underwater. because when Hurricane Katrina hit, that levee broke, and that's why you see bodies floating on top of the water, like literally. But let me continue. Despite mean-spirited attempts to falsely frame a joke as a policy, there's no uncertainty about what FEMA will be doing this hurricane season. FEMA is laser focused on disaster response and protecting America's people, the spokesperson said. Yeah. Like, didn't Doge and Trump cut FEMA? So, yeah. And the craziest thing is, like, see, that's why both of these parties ain't shit, because, you know, when it came to Asheville, for example, North Carolina, people are still living in tents, and shit like that. And then they left Asheville, by the way. Asheville's still, like, recovering from Hurricane Helene. Meanwhile, now, since they definitely gutted FEMA, more people's going to suffer, unfortunately. It says, so yeah, that's it, man. Oh man, the United States is going back to the Gilded Ages, man. That's what. All right, guys. So, oh boy, this is crazy, man. This is a crazy ass story. I seen this first on Instagram. I ain't gonna lie, I thought it was a joke. I don't know why I thought it was a joke, but it's just like, you know, they said that the head of FEMA, they said, oh, it was a joke that he said that you know, he didn't know it was hurricane season, which turns out no, he didn't know because he's not qualified. But Blackrock is suing United Health for giving too much care to patients after the CEO was murdered. So apparently, you know, United Healthcare, you know, they you know, they, instead of them denying 90% of their patients, it went down from 95% to 85%. And BlackRock said, oh, that's too much. That's too much. No. Y'all gotta keep denying people. That's how we make our quota each month. You know, our profit margins keep increasing. Like, you know, people pay a premiums each month because you never know when you might need healthcare. And then all of a sudden, our CEO get murdered. The reaction to it wasn't as sympathetic as we thought. You know, a lot of people was happy he got murked. So yeah, like, y'all need to stop this. That's what BlackRock basically said. Oh boy, man, oh god, and you know, I'm gonna make this bigger. It says, "You think you've seen peak corporate insanity? Hold my beer." It says, BlackRock, the world's most powerful asset manager and United Healthcare's biggest shareholder, with nearly 10% ownership. Like, some of you might not know who BlackRock is. They're a shareholder company. Like, literally, like, I'm not even joking. Like, BlackRock owns everything. Like, literally, like, Google, who owns this, who owns that. BlackRock, you know, they might not have a big share. You know, they might have like 2% or 3%, but they own everything. Like, I'm serious. Like, BlackRock runs the United States of America, not Donald Trump, not Elon Musk. Well, Elon Musk. I mean, he could, but not the politicians. BlackRock. Like, think about that. Like, it's more than Trump. Like, you know, the average person, like my mama, for example, mama think Donald Trump is a dictator. No, the real dictators is BlackRock. Is literally suing the health insurance giant, but not for what you expect. They're mad that United Health might actually be giving patients too much care. That's crazy. To be honest with you, man, I don't know how Mama's she had United Healthcare. She don't know more. I don't know how they paid for her carpal tunnel surgery. I was worried that, you know, they weren't gonna pay for it, because to be honest with you, my mama was dealing with this for a long time. Like, you know, that's a shame. Like, my mama has Medicare Advantage, so she has Medicare, Medicaid, and United Healthcare. And, you know, I worried that she'll have to come out of pocket, you know, for that, like a few thousand. Because I think the surgery itself was $2,000. carpal surgery, and my mom don't have. She don't have that, and I'm shocked that they paid most of it. She still had, unfortunately, she still had to come out of pocket $225. But hey, um, but let me continue. Yeah, you read that right. In the upside down world of Wall Street, providing healthcare is apparently bad for business. No shit, Sherlock. Happy patients have become a problem. Here's the lawsuit twisted premise. After CEO Brian Thompson got murdered, and the whole country started screaming about claim denials, United Health apparently got spooked. Word is that they've been approving more treatments, covering more procedures, and even, God forbid, acting like an actual insurance company instead of denial medicine. Don't worry, guys. Don't let that deceive you. Like, they still denying people. It's just, I guess they, a little heart open. Like the Grinch. His heart was a stone, and it started becoming a heart again. It started getting warm and glowing. Oh God, man, this is crazy. It says that Blackrock is pissed about it. The lawsuit alleges United Health misled investors by not being clear about how all of this negative publicity might make them, actually earn their insurance contract. But apparently, when your CEO gets shot for denying cancer treatments, the logical response is maybe stop denying so many cancer treatments. It says the math is disgusting but simple. It says every approved claim equals less money for shareholders. Like, you're like that's crazy. So basically, when you get denied and eventually die because they won't cover your cancer treatment, that makes the shareholders more money. And to be honest, that's how all these insurance companies work too. That's why when the LA fires happened, that's why State Farm and a few other insurance companies pulled out of covering people because when you have to pay out, you lose money. Oh man, what kind of sick, twisted system is this, man? This system needs to burn, like seriously burn to the ground. It says every covered surgery, smaller. Every life saved equals lower stock price. This is the healthcare finance death spiral in its purest form. Blackrock helped build United Health into a claim-denying medicine, profited massively from the model, and now they're suing because public outrage might force the company to actually provide care. But they're literally suing for the right to let people die for profit. BlackRock's responsible investing bullshit exposed. Remember when BlackRock loved talking about ESG principles and being responsible investors? That was cute. Turns out the idea of responsible investing means making sure health insurers stay ruthlessly inefficient in denying care. When United Health started covering more treatment after a CEO's assassination, BlackRock saw dollar signs disappearing and lawyer fees appearing. They said this is the same company getting sued for greenwashing in Europe by the way. Apparently, lying about caring extends beyond just the environment. Let me read this. It says the ultimate preserve incentive. Think about how fucked up this is. BlackRock owns United Health, profits when they deny claims, then sues them with a bad PR, forces them to approve more treatment. It's like owning a restaurant and then suing the chef for making the food too good because it costs more. Man, that's a good point right there. This is a good read. So yeah, so basically, the chef making the food more higher quality. So basically, the lower quality the food is, you charge the same price. You're saving money on the ingredients, but you're charging more. Versus, you make the ingredients better, use real ingredients instead of artificial shit. Because just keep it 100, our food is poison. But you get mad and you fire the chef or you sue the chef because he actually care about the customers to keep the restaurant running. So that's what basically BlackRock is doing to United Healthcare. Like, hey, you're actually doing something. You're actually helping people. Like, you're supposed to fuck people over, but you're helping people. So yeah, we're gonna punish you for that. Boy, tell him. It says, but this isn't about burgers. This is about people dying. It says every chemotherapy treatment United Health approves post-assassination. That's money out of Blackrock's pocket. Every insulin prescription they cover, lost profits. Every surgery they don't fight tooth and nail. Shareholder value destruction. I'm gonna stop right there. So yeah, basically yeah, they Fifi's hurt. Oh, we're losing money. Oh, because United Healthcare. Um, they fucking up our profits. Because somebody need life-saving insulin treatment. You gotta deny it. You gotta deny it. Deny. You gotta deny it. Or prior authorization. Oh boy. But I'm not done there. I got another thing to talk about United. Yeah, let me share my screen here. Um, let me see. And this is also true too. Uh, I hate that StreamYard don't automatically pop up things. Here it is. This is from Newsweek. It says United is struggling to recover from Luigi Mangione. In case some of y'all been living under a rock for the past 7 months, Luigi Mangione was the guy allegedly that murked Brian Thompson in New York City in December. We're not sure if he did it or not, but they are rushing to really put the death penalty on the guy because, as a lot of people say, and it's true, they want to make a sample out of him. Like, hey, don't, hey, we don't want to give the peasants no ideas now. A lot of these people scared. Let's just keep it 100. These billionaires, these CEOs are scared. They're scared. Like that's why a lot of these other insurance companies pull their portfolio, their bios and portfolios from their sites of their CEOs because they don't want it to happen to their other people. Well, my thing is this. Well, first we need to get rid of the for-profit health insurance system, and second of all, stop denying people treatment. You won't get things like this. Let me see. I'm not gonna read all this, but I'm gonna read the first couple of paragraphs. Get to the point of view. It was a personal and corporate tragedy that quickly became a national reckoning. When United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson was murked on a Manhattan sidewalk 6 months ago before a company investor conference, the crime sent tremors through the healthcare industry and society more widely. Tremors that continue to reverberate. Oh, yeah. Like basically, people say, fuck his sympathy, man. The attack on the 50-year-old executive, allegedly by the now 27-year-old Luigi Mangione, immediately sparked an outpouring of public fury, not at the government, but at the United Healthcare itself. Within hours, social media was awash with dark jokes. One viral comment said, thoughts and deductibles to the family. Unfortunately, my condolences were out of network. Many expressed frustration over high costs and denied care from the industry. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Let's just keep it 100. Like, society has changed. Like, 30 years ago, I mean, people will say, yeah, that's fucked up, man. Even though health insurance companies are still doing this 30 years ago, like, people's sentiment has changed. Like, people basically feel like I feel. They don't give a fuck anymore. Like, hey, fuck it, man. Hey, United Healthcare in particular has suffered a prolonged backlash, seeing its stocks plummet and been threatened by multiple lawsuits. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with Blackrock. Like Blackrock is suing them. I think the DOJ too having them on investigation because they overcharging the government because it's keeping 100. Like Medicare Advantage is a government subsidy to United Healthcare and these other insurance companies. So yeah, and then your stocks are plummeting. So yeah, things are going really bad, and I love it. Um, Let me see. Andrew Whitty has stepped down as CEO of the insurance division's parent company, United Health Group, due to personal reasons, adopting the position of advisor to the next chief executive, Stephen Hemsley. Let me see. It says, let me see. It said authorities were quick to attempt to dispel public sympathy for Mangione. Yeah, that's why they want to hurry up and and prosecute this guy. We don't celebrate murderers, and we don't lionize the killing of anyone. New York Police Commissioner Jessica Tisch said, any attempt to rationalize this is vile, reckless, and offensive to our deeply held principles of justice. First of all, shut the fuck up. Shut up. You part of the club, so of course you'll say, "Oh, we don't celebrate murderers. We gotta hold them accountable." Oh, these people are so unserious. Let me see. It says investor confidence in United Healthcare, rock solid in this blue chip giant has nothing less but have been shaken. Executives have been damage control mode in public forums. In an earnings call days before stepping down, Woody said the health system needs to function better. No shit, Sherlock. Yeah, it needs to function better by the government basically saying, like, let's get rid of the for-profit, mafia, which is the health insurance industry, and let's nationalize healthcare system. Because even under a Medicare for All system, it still will be a tiered system. Like, we need to nationalize. Like, everybody need to get the same equal treatment of healthcare. Let me see. The mission of the company, why we exist, is to improve the system for everybody and help people live better lives at it. Yeah, it's all the same people that use AI to determine people's health outcomes too. Like, see, this is when AI gets to be, detrimental to society. AI is fun and all when you imitate people, celebrities, public figures and stuff like that. But once it's used for harm, or it's once used to take away people's jobs, then that's when shit gets bad. Let me continue. That means getting more people into high quality, value based care and keeping them healthy in the first place. So yeah, that guy's full of shit. I think he stepped down because he's scared he's gonna be next. Let's just keep it 100. Yeah, like, these people are shook. They are shook. And it's good. If Luigi Mangione did it, I'm glad he did it. I gotta watch what I said on YouTube. I'm glad he did it what he did. It was based. And yeah. So alright guys, let me get to the next. Alright guys, so yeah man, this is so fucked up, man. Like, this is wild. Like, I'm telling y'all something, man. Then I'm gonna get to it. Like, yeah, like I said earlier, with our show speed, the kids will be all. The kids are alright, man. You know, and it's unfortunate that the class president of MIT basically got her sanctioned for being on the right side of history. Because, at the end of the day, man, all the people that have been, imprisoned or deported or barred, or, all types of, shit that they've been sanctioned for it'll come to light. It'll come to light. This is from The Guardian. It says MIT class president barred from graduation after speaking out on Gaza. Her name is Magna Vermuri. Gave speech the day before commensurate condemning the university's ties to Israel. This is her right here. It says, let me make it bigger. A little bit bigger. There we go. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, barred its 2025 class president from attending her graduation ceremony on Friday after delivering a speech during a consummate event the day before condemning the war in Gaza. It's genocide, not a war. It criticized the university's ties to Israel. The student, Megha Vermuri, spoke at one MIT consummate on Thursday in Massachusetts, wearing a keffiyeh over her graduation gown. She praised student protests against the war in Gaza and condemned MIT's ties to Israel. Engineers, academics, and leaders, we have a commitment to support life, support and aid efforts, and call for an arms embargo, and keep defending now as alumni MIT cut the ties to Israel. Vermeer said during her speech. It says the Boston Globe reported last year that between 2020 and 2024, MIT reported receiving $2 million in grants, gifts, and contracts from Israeli entities based on the data from the U.S. Department of Education. The Globe noted that the data did not clarify whether the funds came from academic, individual, public services, or how they were spent. On Friday, MIT issued a statement while naming Vermeer, saying that the speech delivered on Thursday was not the one that was provided by the speaker in advance. Yeah, of course, basically, basically they didn't want her to talk about that because, like MIT is complete, they have ties to Israel. It's craziest thing, like, I know people do bad shit and don't even get punished, but when you do something that's freedom of speech, it's always bad. Let me continue. The university said the student had been informed that they would not be permitted at Friday's undergraduate degree ceremony, despite having a scheduled role. MIT supports free expression but stands by its decision, which was in response to the individual delivery and repeatedly misleading commensurate organizers and leading a protest from the stage, disrupting an important institute ceremony. Who fucking cares? The statement read. MIT said in a statement that the Guardian that Vermeer will still receive her degree. Okay. So, she'll still get her degree, but she don't have the right to be there. That's fucked up still, man. That's fucked up. And I heard NYU did the same shit, withholding people degrees and stuff. Like, it's disgusting. I'm gonna read this. This says Vermeer did not immediately respond to a request from the Guardian, but told CNN that after her speech on Thursday, she was informed by university officials that she was not allowed to attend Friday's ceremony and that she was barred from campus until the ceremony concluded. So you're gonna basically kick her out of the campus, so she can't come on campus and she can't come to the ceremony. But we'll still give her her degree though. Man, I ain't gonna lie. I know it was a week ago, but I really hope these students. I'm gonna look it up. I hope these students. This type of protest, man. Like, hey, back up your fellow classmate. Vermeer said that she was not disappointed about not getting to walk across the stage, but she was grateful for her family support. I see no need for me to walk across the stage of an institution that's complicit in this genocide. That's true. Vermeer told CNN. However, I'm disappointed in MIT officials massively overstepping their roles to punish me without merit or due process with no indication of specific policy broken, she said. So, I'm going to end it right there. She didn't break no rules, so why she can't walk across the stage? I mean, that's great. I tell y'all, man. People break rules all the time. No punishment, but when you say that genocide is wrong and stop and divest from Israel, you basically you get shadow banned. So yeah. All right, guys. On to the next story. All right, guys. This will be the final story of this live stream, but I always forgot to say this, man. You're so far in. If you haven't done it already, if you're just not tuning in, I recommend watching from the beginning and like the video. It's free. It don't cost you nothing. So anyway, MAGA. This for you, man. Y'all say Trump cares about you, right? Trump looks out for y'all, right? This is not looking out for you. This is something MAGA always say on a daily basis. Trump is selling you out to AI, bro. What else can I tell y'all? I'm just trying to help y'all out, man, because y'all think I'm, see, I don't know why people think that I criticize Trump, I'm a liberal, then if I if I criticize the Democrats, I'm a fucking black conservative. You know, some people call me a token Negro, which is crazy. Like I don't like both parties. Both parties have been detrimental to my community, which is the black community. Um, so yeah, let me read this. It says the Trump administration has expanded Palantir with the government spreading companies' technology which could easily merge data on Americans throughout agencies. Um, it says in March, President Trump signed an executive order calling for the federal government to share data across agencies, raising questions over whether he might compile a master list of personal information on Americans that could give him untold surveillance power. Um, so basically, I think the reason why Trump is selling this information out because the people that criticize Israel, like he wants to collect data on them. I mean, like, I don't know why this is anything new. I mean, they've been doing this for forever. I guess it's just now get them even more power. It says Mr. Trump has publicly talked about the effort since, but behind the scenes, of course he hasn't, because like Trump knows when to get his feet wet, when to not, like when not to. Like, come on, let's just keep it 100. Like, if Trump talks about this, he know that he's gonna get a negative reception from his face. Like, most of the shit that Trump does that's bad is behind the scenes. Like, officials have inquired. He put technological building blocks into place to enable his plan. In particular, they have been turned into one company, Peloton, the data analysis technology firm. It says the Trump administration has expanded Peloton's work across the federal government recent month. The company has received more than $113 million in federal government spending since Mr. Trump took office. According to public records, including additional funds from existing contracts as well as new contracts with the Department of Homeland Security and the Pentagon. It said representatives of Palantir are also speaking to at least two other agencies, the Social Security Administration and IRS, about buying this technology, according to 6 government officials and Palantir employees with the knowledge of discussions. It says the push has put a key Palantir product called Foundry into at least 4 agencies, including DHS and the Health and Human Services Department. Widely adopted Foundry, which organizes and analyzes data, paves the way for Mr. Trump to easily merge information from different agencies, the government officials said. Creating detailed portraits of Americans based on government data is not just a pipe dream. The Trump administration has already sought access to hundreds of data points on citizens and others through our government databases, including their bank account numbers. Scary, man. The amount of their student debt and their medical claims and disability status. So basically, Trump wants them to say, hey, get data on these people, and then the people that, are a threat to the establishment, we can shut them down easily. Bro, like, this need to be a major news story, bro. Like, every independent media outlet has talked about this, and give credit due to RBN. They're the first one to talk about this, but more people need to step up to the plate. Mr. Trump could potentially use such information to advance his political agenda by immigrants and punishing critics. Democratic lawmakers and critics have said privacy advocates, student unions, and labor rights organizations have filed lawsuits to block data access, questioning whether the government could weaponize people's personal information. I mean, duh, that's the goal. That's why Trump gave him $113 million. Remember Trump told the president of El Salvador, hey, you need to take some of the homegrowns in. Like, bro, like, Trump literally means that shit. Like, Plantar's selection as a chief vendor for the project was driven by Elon, Department of Government Efficiency. According to the government officials, at least those members formerly worked for Palantir, Palantir, I said it wrong, while 2 others had worked at companies funded by Peter Thiel, an investor and a founder of Palantir. Wow. Um, it says some current and former Palantir employees have been unnerved by the work. The company risks becoming the face of Mr. Trump's political agenda, four employees said, and could be vulnerable if their data on Americans is breached or hacked. Several tried to distance the company from the effort, saying any decisions about a merged database of personal information rests with Mr. Trump and not the firm. So basically, hey, Trump is selling you out to not only AI, I'm gonna have to change the title of that, but he's selling you out to, he's selling your data. So the government can use it and weaponize you. It's all about control, guys. I'm telling y'all, man. I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that. Like, bro, y'all thought the Patriot Act was bad, but basically Trump is taking the Patriot Act and putting it on steroids. So, I got another clip that I almost forgot to share. This ain't got nothing to do with politics. It's a realization of society as a whole. I know this is a weird spot to put this in, basically towards the end, but hey, I might as well play it. So, here we go.
Really tried not to hate everyone, and I'm pretty fucking close. I had this experience this weekend where I was hanging out with some friends, and I was giving what I thought was a normal.
Man, I hope I don't get copyright for this. It's got music on it. Oh boy.
Opinion. Everyone's kind of looking at me like I'm a crazy person, and they're like, "I think you need to work on your empathy. Like you're not sounding like an empathetic person." I mean, I have.
You know what? That's one thing crazy about this. This is why I picked this video. Like, people say the same thing about me. Like, the way I speak to people. I'm not empathetic enough. I'm not, I'm cold-hearted. The truth is, man, I'm trying to fight this because I know that, part of being on the far left is, you have to be more, like, if you want to radicalize many people as you can, you gotta be more, how you say it? You gotta be more out there. You gotta, you can't be cold-hearted. I get that, but you gotta be more empathetic. I get that, but I mean, like, I experienced so many people, like, just like you speak to them, man, like at work or even in public, like in stores or whatnot. Like, it's just like we lack empathy in general. Like, it ain't just me or it ain't just her. She's a moderator for what? ESPN, not ESPN, Fox Sports One or something. George Taylor, that's who that is. Again, I hope I don't get copyright. Oh God. It's towards the end. I doubt it. But I wouldn't be surprised if YouTube sent me an email saying, "Hey, you playing music?" But anyway, yeah, empathy is a problem in our society, man. Like, there's a lot of individualism going on. I'm not an individualistic person. I care about people. Every time I see a homeless person, in the street, I give them some cash. If I have cash on me, a lot of times I don't have cash. You need to start having cash because even the government trying to control us with just rising everything. That's another story for another day. But I'm just saying, it's like, but I'm gonna let it.
Had to absorb the feedback. I'm noticing more and more that the bombardment of just stories from this regime, all of the violence that we're constantly fed on social media, people treat each other terrible. They talk about.
Yes, this part. Yeah, this is the main part right here, man. Like, social media, in a lot of ways, like what iShowSpeed was doing, and what Rome and RBN do. They do good stuff. They spread truth to power, especially RBN. iShowSpeed. He speak up for Palestine. But most of social media is garbage, man. I'm sorry, it's garbage. It's a lot of people, degrade one another, spread lies on one another. Then you got the troll. Don't get me started on the trolls, man. Like, ever since I've been started talking about Israel, I've been, it died down now, but for one while I've been, like a whole bunch of bullshit, as we said, about me. People put my information out there, my public information out there, man. I've been doxxed. Like, all sorts of things because of my opinion, which relatively not opinion at this point, but yeah, y'all get what I'm saying, right? It just, it's just like, I don't know, like, what's wrong with some of these people. I don't know whether they're just unhappy in life. Like, bro, I'm not happy myself. Like, I got a lot of issues I'm dealing with every day, but you don't see me, like, on social media shitting on other people. Like, that's like, what does that serve me? It don't make me happy. You know, um, everybody has a right to their own opinion. You ain't gotta like what they say, but again, you ain't gotta fucking smear them and. Let me let her continue, man. Like she's cooking on this one.
About each other terribly. They don't really have the level of humanity that maybe we never had, but we're just seeing it so much and constantly on social media. I think it's really starting to affect me. So I'm gonna watch myself, but I do wonder if anyone else is having this experience, or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm being crazy.
All right, guys. So I guess that's a podcast, personal. I mean, she's not alone. She'll talk to, I guess, the panel. Yeah, I deal with the same shit too, man. This is why I don't engage with people on social media like I used to. I used to love talking to people, but just a lot of people just it's not in good faith. I think that's just what it boils down to. A lot of people, like I said, are unhappy in their life, and they just get their rocks off by smearing other folks, other people. I had comrades, man, like, their jobs have been on the line over lies, over bullshit. Like, it's one thing to smear somebody online, but when you get their job in the middle of this, like their livelihoods, you fucked up, man. I'm just saying, you really, really, really fucked up. And, that right there too, and also too, one more thing, then I'm gonna have to scoot out. You gotta watch who you hang with on online. Not hang out. You gotta watch who you talk to online, man. It's not a lot of good people online at all, man. A lot of people, one minute they fuck with you, they cool with you, the next minute they smearing you behind your back, and it just, like, I just ain't got time for that, man. Like, like me to begin with, why you fucking with me? It's obviously because it's some kind of material you want from me. I mean, it ain't no better than, like, being in a relationship with somebody and they not there because they love you. They there because they for what you have. Like, it ain't no different than that. Like, this is online. Like we're talking to each other through a screen. Like, we're not in person. So yeah, man, I just had to play that clip. Shout out to Joy Taylor. She cooked on that little clip in YouTube. So I hope I wouldn't be surprised, man. But it seemed like it's I don't know. But anyway, all right, guys, that's the show. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I need to start getting back to doing this again, man. Ah, man, like I hope YouTube don't put us in the back burner for this, because to be honest with you, YouTube works like you gotta upload content every day. Like, if you don't upload some sort of content, it puts you way in the back of the algorithm. But you can accelerate it by liking the video. It accelerates us staying in the algorithm. And also follow us on Twitter too /X. The handle is at ATP247. If you want to help the Palestinians anyway, go to gospelfunds.com. Do what you can. And that's it, man. I said what I said. And this weekend I got some things planned on here, so stay tuned for that. And also too, if you're watching this on Twitter, I recommend you going to Kick, Twitch, Rumble, or YouTube, because Twitter is not a stable platform. A lot of times y'all don't get notifications when I go live. Twitter's a mess. But it is what it is. The a guy that takes that's high on drugs running it. I mean, what you expect? All right, y'all. About to head up on out of here, man. Stay safe this weekend. A lot of crazy shit going on And like Rome said, if you protesting or anything like that, bring your weapon. Like, you gotta defend yourself. So, all right, guys. Thank you so much for watching the Good Faith Show. I'm Andre Morton signing out. Have a good one. And oh yeah, I always do for every live stream. Fuck Bismarck